Hello, this is the 2003 AP Statistics question number 4, and we're going to go through the solution of this, if I can get my camera to set it straight. Okay, so thank you very much. So this is about experiments and how to run an experiment, this question, and maybe you want to just pause this and read through it because it's kind of long, but I'll quickly get into it. So they're going to compare Tai Chi versus yoga at a company to try and compare those and say, is it effective in reducing employee stress at a company? So they take volunteers. It says volunteer employees, which is a kind of a problem. They didn't actually randomize and get everybody in the company involved. And during their lunch hour, and then a 10-week period, and they do assign they assign at random one of the two programs, either yoga or Tai Chi. And then they have their stress levels measured before the program, and then 10 weeks later, they measure their stress levels again. And the idea being that if people in their company take yoga or Tai Chi, they'll lower their stress levels, and then people will be happier at the company, which is what they try to get us to do at our school as well. The teachers are supposed to do things like this, and at the beginning of the year, they made us do it for a couple of days, and trying to reduce our stress and things like that. Didn't work, but anyway. So, question number 1: a group of volunteers who work together asked to be assigned to the same program so that they can participate in the program together. Give an example of a problem that might arise if this is permitted. Explain this to the volunteer group why random assignment to the two programs will address this problem. If we allow people to kind of choose where they want to go, then you might get people from the same departments doing things together, and friends doing things together, people who are similar doing one thing but not the other. So then you lose your randomness, and you lose the ability to even out all the different little confounding things that come up with different groups of people. Like maybe everybody from one department does Tai Chi, and then a different department ends up doing the yoga. So then you don't really know if the stress levels are coming from the Tai Chi or yoga, or if it's really coming from what's going on in their department. Like maybe they're working on a project that they just started and it's going to cause their stress to go up, or maybe they just finished a project in that department and their stress levels are going to go down. So you need to just talk about how you lose randomness when you do this. And randomness is important so that all the confounding variables get evened out between the Tai Chi and the yoga. If we randomly pick the people to the different programs, then it's just kind of assumed, if you randomly do it, that you know like some people from one department will be doing both, and some people from a different department will be doing both, and some women will be doing both, and some men will be doing both, and some people who like this stuff will be doing both, and some people who have never done it before and this is their first time will be doing both, right? So we're trying to make sure we get that randomness, because randomness takes care of a lot of confounding variables. So randomness is important. So that's kind of the focus on part A, is we need randomness so that the confounding variables get evened out in the different groups, and we don't get any kind of grouping going on where only one type of thing is going in each group. Okay, so part B, someone proposed that a control group be included in the design as well. The stress level would be measured for each volunteer assigned in the control group at the start and 10 weeks later. What additional information would this provide about the effectiveness of the two programs? So they're going to, get some more people and say, you're not going to do Tai Chi and you're not going to do yoga either. You're not going to do neither one. And we're going to measure your stress levels at the beginning and after 10 weeks as well. So why does this control group help? Well, this takes care of another possible confounding variable. We don't know if maybe there's something going on in the world, or maybe there's something going on in the company during that 10-week period, where like maybe the temperature got really cold outside, or maybe the heater broke in the office, or you never know, right? So something that is changing the stress levels of the whole company, you would find that out with the control group. And you would say, well, the control group didn't do the yoga or Tai Chi. Let's see how they changed over that 10-week period. And we can compare that to the change in the people who did the Tai Chi and the yoga and see if there's a difference in the change, right? So not only did they change, but is there a difference in the two changes, right? So you can compare the groups, which is really powerful. So that's a great thing to do, to lay that down. It lays a foundation of what you expect, or what the kind of the average change is before Tai Chi or yoga. So it's laying down a base value. So very important. Right. So that's what you would talk about. The main thing, just being that it measures that base level, right? It measures that base level, and you're comparing Tai Chi and yoga to that base level. It takes care of any extra confounding. All right. See, is it reasonable to generalize the findings to all employees in the company? Well, actually, no. And I kind of noticed that in the beginning. I said, well, this is a volunteer group. So usually volunteers to do Tai Chi and yoga are people who like Tai Chi and yoga. You're not going to get any of those people who are obese or who don't like to exercise or just don't like Tai Chi and yoga. You're not getting those people in your experiment. So really, it's only the only population you're really measuring are people like the people who volunteered, whoever they are, right? So just that's what you'd want to say here. It's like, no, you can't generalize it to the whole group, but you could say your findings are appropriate for people like the people that volunteered, like the people who volunteered. And that's the best you can do. All right, let me show you what the AP scoring guide says, and you can compare your answers to that along with my description. Hopefully, a lot of that is in there. All right. You'll see that word randomization comes up quite a bit. That's important. Okay, so pause it if you need to read more. Thank you very much.